We're going to start talking about payments now. So to talk about payments, I want to invite our next guest on stage. He's the Corporate Director for Business Solutions at Bankia. So please welcome Raimundo Sala to our stage. Raimundo. There we go.
Hello, how are you doing?
Thank you. Hello, please take a seat.
Thank you very much.
I think you have one of the longest titles I've ever seen in my life.
That could be.
Because within business solutions, it goes open business, new business, payment, methods, AV services. Oh my God.
Yeah, long one.
Long one. But you also sit on the board and you're a board member of Bizum. You've been working at PayPal also. So impressive. You've been an entrepreneur also, I believe.
Yes.
You have your own company in photography, right?
Yes.
There you go. Have you, Trace?
I can tell.
So you have a lot of experience around payments. So how do you think that's evolving right now, especially with the current situation where the pandemic has obviously accelerated that? What is your take on that? Where are we going with this?
Yeah. Well, actually, if we look at the whole world, we have different speeds, different trends all over the world. You see Asia, which has been going with and working with super apps for a long time, and also with independent apps that work outside the bank ecosystem. You see Latin America was working a lot with QR codes. You see Africa was working a lot with recurring billing and instant billing. And then you see Europe, where it's going, you say with the traditional method of payments, but we can see a strong trend moving away from cash. Most of European economies has been actually, cash has been the king for many, many years. We take the example of Spain or Italy. But you can see in the Northern Europe where we see countries where cash hasn't been present in a long time. Yeah. And they have also a deadline where cash will disappear. So we see a great evolution, and COVID, of course, has helped with that consciousness of cash not bringing any added value. You see how people are stopping withdrawing money from ATMs. People are actually willing to pay with contactless cards and with their wallets in their phones. And this trend, although we see a big acceleration curve, and now it's kind of slowing down a little bit, I think the trend and the culture of people has changed now. And we'll continue on that path.
I hope you're right, because I was one of those, like, every time I try to pay with my card or whatever, they say, like, no, that's a minimum amount that you have to pay. What are you talking about? I go to London and I can pay for chewing gum with this. Sure. It's like, okay. So very quick question, because we are nearly out of time, but you mentioned something that was interesting. You were mentioning things like, I'm guessing Alipay or WePay and stuff like that. Do you think we will ever see something like the WeChat app in Europe, right? You have that in Asia in different incarnations, but we will see that meta app that, it's the main connecting point is the payment part, and then all these other vendors and all these other sources under.
Actually, this trend is happening in some other parts of the world. If you go to Northern Africa, you have Jumia.
Yep.
Basically, they're bringing all the services together, but they don't create those services. They are basically open platform, which companies can connect via open APIs and can offer the services. So I see that trend happening more and more and more. You can see in any city like Madrid, where we are now, all the mobility companies, that you have a broad spectrum. You actually take any phone and you see 7 to 10 apps of mobility and say, okay, I just need one that connects all of them. So I think this will come at one point, and I think the connection of all, it won't be the payment itself, it will be actually the individual. The individual will actually rule how they want to interact with each one of them, and you connect with the payment. But I think payments should go in a frictionless environment. I
really hope you're right, because I was thinking about, imagine Facebook running this whole thing. I'm not sure I would be comfortable with that.
Well, I think Facebook should be a player. Okay. I think there's a room for everything. And I think every company has a space.
We need a longer chat about that. Raimundo, thank you very much for joining us today. Yes, it was a pleasure having you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.